What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 of NHL 24 Toronto Maple Leafs Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting these videos. If you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. As you guys can see here, we're currently 5-0-1 in the preseason, so we're looking pretty good here. Mitch Marner's got 9 points in 6 games. Hopefully, this team can keep up that momentum into the regular season. If you guys missed the last episode, the Carolina Hurricanes there actually won the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, we're still looking for our first, but we haven't made the playoffs the last couple of years. I think, our time is going to come here. Team's just too good not to win one. Speaking of the team, next I'll show you guys what the lines are looking like. So we're going top heavy on that first line. Nylander, Matthews, Marner. They get a +5. They're all 90 plus. They should dominate. Second line there, you got Laxo coming off a Calder Trophy win. Best rookie in the league. Playing with Tavares and Marchessault. Now, I thought about putting Laxo top line. You'll see, though, the second line gets a +2 instead. Also, Laxo's a sniper, so I think in terms of Matthews and Marner, it makes sense to have, like, 2 playmakers. Nylander as well, again, just kind of more well-rounded player. Much better puck skills, pretty similar shot. Although, I should say, Laxo's shot's incredible. Basically perfect. Somehow got the third eye zone ability, though, opposed to one of the shooting ones. I don't really understand that. Third line there, you got Yarncroc, Fraser Minton on the NHL, Zuccarello, I feel like that's decent. Matthew Nyes on the fourth line, McLeod and Gustafson. And now next year, guys, take a look at the defense. Morgan Rielly, Brett Pesce, still our top pair. We've actually brought in Drew Doughty on the second pair to play with Jacob Chychrun. Drew Doughty didn't cost us too much. 88 overall, 36 years old, probably going to regress, but for now, very solid. Actually, he's on the first page of defensive scoring last season, so if he can put up some points with us, I think that'd be awesome. Again, you look at his game there, pretty good all around. Is costing us a lot of money there, $11 million, but luckily just for one more season. Bottom pair, we actually signed Josh Manson, very solid defensively, playing with Ethan Bear there. We got him on a cheap contract. Goaltending wise, Swayman's are still our starter, letting him backing him up. Already 82 overall at 22, could be a future starter for this team. Next year, guys, check out the power play. I think power play 1 is absolutely stacked. I finally did take Tavares off it because Laxo has a first line forward role, franchise potential. If he's going to be on the second line, he has to at least be on the first power play. Otherwise, he actually might regress. Now, this top unit's getting a +5. Obviously, they should dominate, like, basically all 90 pluses. Riley's pretty close to 88. With the chemistry boost, he actually is a 93. Power play 2 there, I think, looks pretty solid as well. Look at the 4-mans, you get a +5 on the first. Second's a +1, but again, looking solid in terms of the personnel. PK-wise, I think obviously bringing in Drew Doughty makes us a lot better. Also, too, Michael McLeod here, very solid defensive game. So he's on the first unit. We got Matthews, Marner there on the second. Gustin as well is on one with Matthew Nyes. So I think every single player gets a bit of special team time, which is good in terms of the ice time. Next year, guys, take a look at the AHL team. They won a Calder Cup a couple seasons ago, looking to get another one. I mean, I think every single forward is like a 78 plus, except for Pastujov 77, Cowan 74, but they're a bit younger. Defensively here, you got Mercury top pair. He put up some good points, playing with Niemela. Jarechek, hopefully make the NHL team pretty soon. He's 20 now. Still only a 78. You got Kaka in there, Costa, Bertuzzo we signed. Goaltending, McAdam, he's an 80 starter. He'll be 79 backing him up. I think that AHL team is very, very solid throughout. So, hoping for the best this season. I'll show you guys the ratings here, obviously. I don't think I've showed it yet, but no changes to the captaincy. Tavares still raised a C. Matthews and Rielly both ranked A's. In terms of the ratings here, guys, we've got 100 offense, 94 defense, 88 goaltending. Let's see how this team does. Also, too, guys, before you start submitting here, I should take a look at the contract situation. So, all of our top players under contract, except for Doughty, was making 11. He wants 8.8. I think that's still a bit too rich for my blood, as he probably will drop in rating. So, I'm going to hold off for now. Look at the rest of these guys. Tavares, I'd like to bring back the captain until he retires. 1 year, 5.5 is a bit cheaper. If he does like a 1 year, 4.75, that'd be even better. He is 36 now. It's a $2 million pay cut. Looking at Yarncroc, Marchessault, Zuccarello, honestly, all these guys are 35 plus. I might let them all go, sign somebody, or maybe have some younger players from the AHL jump up. Fraser Minton here, last year's entry level. If we can get him cheap, 2 years, 800K, that'd be awesome. Let's see, 4 years, that's the rest of this franchise. Let me take a look here. 1.2. If he says yes to like 4 years, 1.1, I think that'd be a great contract as our third line center. I think everybody else there probably can't make an offer on because they're on 1 year deals. Goaltending, Lennon backup. I mean, he's young, he's pretty high rated. Again, just like Fraser Minton wants league min. Pretty amazing, especially when there's like AHL guys who are doing okay that'll actually ask for more money than guys like this. 4 years, he gets to $1 million. I mean, again, for a backup, it's not bad at all. So offer him $1 million right on. I think he'd say yes, at which point, like, him and Minton are both on great contracts. And there we go, guys. Tavares also said yes, the 1 year, 4.75. I think that's, very team friendly. Fraser Minton said yes, and Lennon. Yeah, so all around, just some amazing deals. All right, guys, rather than December here with a record of 20-13-2, currently third place in the division. Only 3 points back, though, the Sabres, who are in the lead. AHL team here. Not too bad. Not as good as last year, though. They're currently third place, 14-10-3. I feel like they could be doing better. The team's about as good as they were last year on paper. Ovchininkov there, 22 points, 27 games, actually our leading scorer. In terms of the NHL, it's Marner, who's just dominating, 55 and 35. I gotta take a quick look here and see, is that entire first line popping off like that? Yeah, Matthews 51. Nylander not quite so much, only 41. And then Laxo's got 33. Averaging 17 minutes a night. Nylander here's got 21. I could switch them up, but I kind of like the fact that, you know, Laxo's the trigger guy on the second line, and then Matthews is the shooter on the first. All right, guys, another trade deadline here with a record of 32, 26, and 5. We currently got 69 points. We're in a wild card spot, but we're way back to the leaders there. Canadians, Sabres, Lightning, all in the 80s. They're just dominating. Three of the best teams in the NHL. Islanders and Devils in the 80s too. Same with the Oilers. Central Division's not doing too good. I saw the Senators there are doing terrible. 31 points. They actually just fired their head coach. So hopefully can, you know, stay in this playoff spot. We got some competition in the Metro as well, but we'll see how it goes. Definitely slowed down a bit. Marner continuing to tear it up though, 89 points. I'm sure the entire first line is. AHL-wise, Abruzzese there's now the leading scorer, 42 and 54, and the AHL team second in the division. So they should be back in the playoff picture. We'll see what we can do here in terms of making this team better. Obviously, going to be buyers. I would say conservative buyer, though, just because, you know, we are in that wild card spot. I'm not going to go full out here, but if we can make a move, I definitely will. And apparently our assistant GM thinks I should have our top D pair, Riley and Pesci, on the block as a conservative buyer. That is very interesting. Phil Peronic's there, too. Nick Schmaltz, Pavel Zacha, Besser, Anderson, Kuzmenko, Batherson, Wenberg. Honestly, I'm thinking if we could upgrade, you know, Marchessault or Zuccarello into a higher-rated, younger player, specifically like a playmaker, I think, especially for that second line, that's what I'm looking for. Leo Carlson, now medium franchise, has max value. That's nuts. Now, Nick Schmaltz here isn't a playmaker. He's a two-way forward, but he does have, you know, tape-to-tape and third-eye X factors, 91 passing. This year, he's averaging about a point per game, -7, getting 22 minutes of ice time. 5.7 million there. Let's see, contract next 4 years. Barrett Hayton's about to get paid. Doesn't have his extension yet. Two-way forward. Also, looks to be a pretty good player. Both these guys on the block by the Coyotes. Now, Zuccarello here is not doing very good. I signed him in free agency. He's down at 25 points, 64 games, a -19. Jeez, okay, I should have seen that earlier. I feel like Matthew Nye is definitely going to get called up to the third line because he's actually producing okay on the fourth. And now, making up here, guys, is a 76, so hopefully not too long. He'll be making the NHL. I think him and Lax on that second line with, you know, whoever in the middle will be a great way to round out the top six. And now, honestly, guys, I'm looking at the players we have here, and there's really no one can afford to give up for Schmaltz. Like, either the players are better and have more value, or they're a lot worse and have a lot less value. Could try doing a first. We don't even have one this year. It'd have to be next year. But, I mean, that's maybe half his value, so I don't think trade's going to work. And now check this out, guys. Even though Nick Schmaltz had too much value, the Coyotes have Crosby on the block. I wanted to sign him in the summer. He was costing too much. Right now, you can see he's still tearing it up. I think that's, what, 52 points on the year. Looks like he's playing second line based on the ice time there. -14. He's a playmaker, which is what I wanted. Trying to get him here for, like, pennies on the dollar. Matt Zuccarello has not been doing good for us. I'm willing to move on. Couple goalie prospects. Will Kuhn's medium fringe. Elias there, medium backup. Plus a fifth. Costing us next to nothing. Crosby can either play second, third line, can play center for us, can play wing. I think it's, you know, pretty cheap. And just to give you guys an idea here, it looks like they actually already traded Nick Schmaltz. Barrett Hayton, though, had less value. He's right there. Crosby is, like, all the way. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, look how far you have to go to his trade value. I think he'll perform a lot better than that. And the Coyotes rejected us. Okay, so probably have to make this draft pick a little bit better. Maybe we'll try a fourth. Maybe they also don't even want Elias, even though it's a free player. And still rejected. I think to say the kid's worth it. Let's try 1/3 fringe at Zuccarello for Crosby. Wow, okay. About like a 3 and a 6. There we go. I think, you know, getting Crosby there, pretty cheap. The guy I wanted. Might be the only move we make just because, I mean, we have a little bit of cap space, but again, we just don't have the assets. All of our guys are either not worth trading or they just don't have a ton of value. We do have $2 million cap space. Also, I'm seeing here, guys, our top pair is actually minus on the year. -7, -12. Could look to switch that up, put Doughty on the top pair. Even for chemistry, it's a little bit worse. He's actually down to an 86 now, though. Also, too, guys, looking through our players, and this Reimer dude we drafted a couple years ago, low elite potential, is already a 78. We got him 4th round, 2025. I mean, dude's tearing up like whatever American League he's in. He's got 63 and 48. This guy, 87 D awareness, could make the NHL next year, depending on how much more he grows in the summer. Also, guys, look at this. I just checked out Jeremy Swayman's save percentage, 888. I think I maybe should have traded him last offseason like I was thinking about doing. And I was looking on the league for other trades, guys, and I saw in the Capitals they got Dorian Ward, now an 87 here, medium elite potential. If you guys forget, we passed on him in the draft thinking We get him with our second first rounder, but they sniped him. Pretty good stats there, but he's actually only got 31 points. For some reason, looks to be playing third line for the Capitals, minus 31. Maybe he doesn't get a contract by this summer. We could offer sheet him and get him back on the team he was supposed to go to. I'm just trying something last second here, guys. First round pick in March or so for Brad Lambert. Trades rejected. I saw Lambert immediately potential now. I don't think he starts with that. He's a playmaker. Pretty good stats. Again, I wanted to get younger. He's 23, but yeah, like I said, just hard to make a trade. Pavel Zacha, they're going to the Islanders. Jets got Jacob Bernard-Docker. You got Charlie Stramel there going to the Buffalo Sabres. Let's see. Connor Clifton to the Blue Jackets. Our trade for Crosby. You got Jack McBain going to the Devils. Gosper to the Panthers. Carlo to the Kings. Dumba with the Golden Knights for Nick Schmaltz and Noah Hanifin. Jeez, that is a big-time trade. I feel like, how does Matt Dumba have more value than Schmaltz and Hanifin combined? Matt Dumba must have jumped in rating a bunch. Actually, you know what? That was a different trade. I think that was for the two guys above him. First-round pick, Howden, and two others. That was a trade for Schmaltz and Hanifin. That makes more sense. Aaron Givahardry on the move. That's the Washington Capitals. You got Pittsburgh Penguins again. They're getting a first-round pick for Yanni Gourde. Alex Wenberg to the Hurricanes. Hronek to the Golden Knights with Carson Soucy. Justin Falk to the Oilers. Drake Batherson going to the Devils for first-round pick. You got Owen Tippett going to the Vegas Golden Knights. So definitely an active trade deadline. I'd say our trade for Crosby had the biggest, name power, but probably wasn't the biggest trade in terms of, trade value. Matthias Janmark here's on waivers. Let's take a look. 79 overall, alright, yeah, not even worth it. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. I really like our top six, getting +5 through the entire thing. We got Laxo on the right wing there. He's left-handed, he's a sniper, so we actually might do a little bit better, honestly, with Tavares there in the middle, and then Crosby on the left wing. I feel like he's got two veterans. It's pretty crazy just how much younger he is. Not even in his 20s. Both these dudes pushing 40. Third line's now Yarncroc, Minton, and Marchessault. Marchessault was doing pretty good on the second line. 41 assists, but obviously Sid the Kid, I think, will probably perform a little bit better. Fourth line there, there's no change. Defensively, I got Riley Doughty down the top pair. Pesci Chikrin on the bottom. Hopefully mixing that up's a positive for us. Power play 1 hasn't changed. Power play 2, of course, had to add Crosby. He's also on the second four-man power play, but I don't think he's got any PK time. Even though he's got decent defensive awareness, just too slow. And honestly, didn't get great chemistry. AHL team should be the exact same. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Again, hopefully both these teams get to the playoffs and then can make deep runs. Alright guys, so the season just ended. As you can see there, we got a record of 44, 32, and 6. So pretty solid year, and we just squeaked into the playoffs. One of the wildcard spots there with 94 points. The three teams in the Atlantic with divisional spots all at 100 plus. Panthers just barely missed with 92. And the Metro there, you can see Rangers got in with 96 in the other wildcard. The Penguins also get screwed, 92 points. In the West, I think they both get in because, yeah, the Blackhawks there got in with 86, the Jets with 90. So just like real life, East is a lot better. AHL-wise, I think they got second place in their division. Actually, they're tied with the Rocket. I'm not sure if they have the tiebreaker. Looked like the Rocket had one more game to play. Actually, I think they both have some games left in the AHL season. Abruzzese there, still a leading scorer, 52 and 70. Marner here went off, 113 points, 82 games. That is awesome to see. 37 goals, 76 assists. Like I said, that top line is going crazy. You got Matthews there with 112. One behind him, he hit 60 goals this year. You got Nylander there with 85. I mean, Laxo, 10 less points in, what, like 3 minutes, or actually almost 4 minutes of less ice time. Maybe I switch that up, give it a try. Crosby there at 74 points, almost a point per game at 39. That's just ridiculous. With us, he was actually over a point per game, plus 8 as well. Definitely playing better on our team. March is still there at 64. I think he slowed down a bit once he got to the third line. Tavares still at 60, and we got him extended pretty cheap. Riley 52, Doughty 42. Fraser Minton there, 37 points his rookie year. I'd like to see a bit more than that from a third liner, probably like, in the 40s, but not terrible. He was pretty close. Goaltending here, yeah, Swayman needs to be better. 895, 331. I think I'm probably trading him. Lennon and even not their greatest numbers, so maybe you have to get a new backup, or maybe just keep him as the backup. I'm not sure. Goaltending's been an issue. McAnamy, though, in the AHL looks pretty good. Even Hildeby as the backup also has solid numbers. Behind Abruzzese there, you got Ovchynnikov there with 51. Dragochentsev had 50. He's a 79, 26. If he can get to like a low 80, he might have a shot at the NHL. Looking like he's probably just an AHL player, though. Ty Voigt's a 79 at 23, so he should be pushing in. And now looking at the entire league here, guys, Mitch Marner actually won the Art Ross with 113. How awesome is that? Matthews number 2 in scoring. Might have won the Risha Shard with 60. You got Kaprizov behind them. McDavid, Zach Benson, huge year at the Sabres, 106. Robertson, Suzuki, Zach Hyman, Mikko Rantanen. Looking at goals, Matthews does win the Maurice Richard. Bedard there, one behind him. Let's go. So we got the Art Ross Trophy winner in Marner, Maurice Richard Trophy winner in Matthews. I feel like one of them has to win the Hart. Defensive scoring here, Evan Bouchard, 91, tied with Adam Fox, but Fox much better plus minus, so he'll get the Norris. You got McCarr there. Brant Clark had a huge year, 81, definitely stepped up. Same with Lane Hudson on the Canadians, Quinn Hughes. So fortunately, no Briley, no Doughty, that's okay. Goaltending here, Kochetkov on the Oilers, 49 wins. Good for him, save percentage-wise. Logan Thompson, 917. And for starters, it's actually Sorokin there, 264 goals against. Not really sure who's going to take home the Vezina, honestly. Rookie skaters, Adam Banak with the Capitals, 61 points. +2. He might get it. Could be this Burnett guy on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And look at this. Gavin McKenna on the Canadians was actually 4th in rookie scoring, 54 points. 84 overall. They played him like second line. You can see there his hands are basically perfect off the get-go. Shot definitely could be better. Good skater. Was Banak first line? 18.5 minutes? I'm honestly not sure. That might have been first line, might have been second. But I'm honestly pretty surprised to see McKenna not getting this. Also, two guys I should point out, Berkeley Catton there, who we traded to the Devils. He put up 39 his rookie year. He's 82. The guy we got to 90, so trade was definitely worth it. And in terms of the entire league here, guys, Sabres winning the President's Trophy, 117. You had 6 teams there with 100-plus points. We finished 11th in the league. And let's take a look. Yeah, Florida gets screwed. Pittsburgh gets screwed. Chicago gets in at 18, which honestly, they're not quite as low as I expected. Ottawa finishing last 42 points, like I mentioned. They fired their coach. They're in a tough time. 165 goals for. That is terrible. They literally had about half the amount of goals as the Montreal Canadiens, who were first in the league. We were 4th there. Goals against. Ottawa's the worst. Islanders were the best. I don't see us at the top or the bottom, so again, we're just somewhere in the middle. And now getting started here, guys, with the first round, we've actually got the Sabres. So not an easy first round matchup, playing the President's Trophy winner, but President's Trophy winner usually doesn't win the Stanley Cup, so maybe that's a good sign for us. First line, though, Benson, Cousins, Bako is pretty nasty. Savoy, Thompson, Skinner on the second. They got JJ Peterka there, but with Kevin Hayes, Alex Tuck, Isaac Rosen, Peyton Krebs, Casey Middlestat. I think we saw before the depth on this team is ridiculous. They got Dahlin, they got Powers, Samuelson. They do have some holes on D, a couple 81s. Levi's an 88. Let's see what happens here. I think, I like our stars a bit better. They're higher rated. If Swayman can step up here, defense can lock it down. No reason why we can't beat this team. So, first 2 games were in Buffalo. 6-1 loss and a 2-1 OT loss. We played better game 2. Unfortunately, still fell short. 6-5 loss in game 3. So, we're playing them tougher. We lost the last 2 games, each by a goal. Please don't get swept here. Game 4. Not only is it a sweep, they shut us out 4-0 and beat us in the series 4-0. Are you kidding me? Like, on paper, I think we're just as good as the Sabres team. I don't get that. AHL team in the playoffs are actually playing the Belleville Senators, down 1 early. And they do not get swept, unfortunately, though. They are knocked out in the first round in 5. So, just no playoff luck here for this Leafs team. Just like the Leafs in real life. Luckily, we do still have 4 seasons left. I'm not giving up hope yet. I think, we can get it done. Take a look and see who the Stanley Cup winner ends up being. If it's a Sabres, I don't have to feel too bad losing to the eventual champion. It's actually the Blue Jackets. Wow. The Blue Jackets win. AHL team lost the eventual champion, though, in the Belleville Senators. And the large results are in here, guys. Philadelphia going from 3-1. I feel bad for them. Carter Gauthier there demanding a trade before even playing a game. And it looks like Ottawa, I guess, just won the second pick, dropping from 1-2. We'll take a look at our playoff scoring leaders next. Nylander was actually in the lead, 3 points, 4 games. So nobody showed up, I'm guessing. Marchessault had 3. Interesting. Ethan Bear, 2 goals. Ethan Bear should not be... Was he leading the team in playoff goals? Wow. What the Ethan Bear, bomb-pairing defenseman. How many goals did he have in the regular season? He had 4. He had half as many goals in the 4-game series. Where's the big guys? Marner had 2 assists. Where's Austin Matthews? Austin Matthews had 1 assist and was a -4. Simply not good enough. Obviously, we're not going to trade him away or anything, but needs to be better. Sand Laxo, Tavares... let's see. I saw Chikrin's -6, Marner -5. Take a look at Swayman next. 8.68. That is ugly. A 4.61. I mean, he had bad regular season numbers. Those are even worse. So, yeah, I think I'm moving on from Swayman. I think with his money, could easily get a top 6 forward to help out. Because I guess, sometimes the first liners don't show up. Our team does nothing. Blue Jackets here beat the Devils in the first round in 6. Rangers in 5. Sabres in 6. And then the Golden Knights there in 6. In the Stanley Cup final. And next year, guys, take a look at the awards. Like I mentioned, I think we know most of the team awards. Sabres there did get back-to-back President's Trophies, which is pretty impressive. Individually here, Marner, of course, Art Ross Trophy. The Hart, though, goes to McDavid. Are you kidding me? They give him the Hart when he doesn't even get the Art Ross, but when he wins the Art Ross, he doesn't get it. I thought we definitely deserved that. Bouchard, back-to-back James Norris is pretty impressive. Suzuki, Lady Bing. Burnett there did get the Calder, okay. Kind of stole it there from Banak. Johnny Gaudreau, Conn Smythe. You got Sorokin there with the Vezina, along with William Jennings. Simishev, Bill Masterton, I can't believe, too. Didn't even slant the Coyotes. Vegas coach Jack Adams. Bedard got the sulky back-to-back years. Apparently started playing defense. McDavid, Ted Lindsay, and then Matthews, Maurice Richard. McDavid was third in scoring, I think, and yet he's winning all this stuff. Maybe it was because Draisaitl wasn't high on the scoring sheet, whereas Marner was 1, Matthews was 2. Still, I feel like we kind of got robbed there. Again, Belleville Senators Calder Cup. We did not win the league this year, nor did we win our division. So HL team, or actually, sorry, we did win our division for the 5th straight season. That is crazy. Marley's actually won it in real life too, before we even started the sim. Individual awards here. Constantini, most points, also got MVP. Lennon there, most goals. Jordan Gavin, best rookie. Seamus Casey, best defenseman. We saw him win that like 4 or 5 straight years for us in the Sharks franchise. Lincoln there, best goalie. Sokolov, MVP of the playoff. Brody there, sportsmanship. Still hasn't made it to the NHL yet, but the Jets have a good one. LaRock, community involvement, and then finally Blackwood. Now on the Red Wings, or I guess the Griffins in this case, lowest goals against. And it's now time to look at retired players here, guys. I'm curious to Sid hang him up, 39 years old, and he does not. Wow, Ovechkin does though. 1,800 points, 991 goals, so of course beats Gretzky's record. Incredible career for him. Same with Blake Wheeler having 1,000 points. Lone Couture there. Roman Yossi at 37. He was still an 83, so not terrible. Chris Letang. I wonder, Yossi still had a year left. Paid him $9.7 million. Behind Letang, you got Drew Doughty retiring. I actually didn't expect that. 37. I was considering bringing him back at the right price. Zuccarelli retired too, so apparently our team is just a retirement home because Crosby's pushing 40. I mean, he's pretty old as well. Interesting to see. So I think that's back-to-back years we've actually had 2 or more players retire. In terms of goaltenders, you got Varlamov calling it quits, Cam Talbot, Martin Jones, James Reimer, obviously a couple former Leafs goalies there. Varlamov too is kind of surprising. I feel like he just had a solid season with the Canadiens. So maybe we bring back Sid the Kid. Could be fun. He's dropped to an 83 overall, but obviously plays a lot better. Like, he was over point per game for us. He wants 4.6. I mean, I'd honestly probably do that. I don't think I'll trade away his rights. Marchessault, 36. I think we are trading him for $4 million. I think I'll give his money to Crosby. And look at this, guys. Fraser Minton's now 85 overall. Huge jump in rating. Even though he only had 37 points, minus 18 season. You can see his hands are ridiculous. 97 passing, 98 puck control. Two-way forward there. Defensive awareness could definitely be a lot higher. Physical's also decent. But as a third-line center, I think he's honestly pretty perfect, especially at the $1.1 million we got him signed for. And this isn't good. Jeremy Swayman dropped to an 85. Oh, man. I definitely should have traded him last summer, but still gonna look to move him because that's just a lot of money there. And so we're at the 2027 draft now, guys. Flyers picking first overall. Landon DuPont is the consensus first overall pick. High elite. You got this gem here in Sabrin. Take a look and see any other gems. Unknown center's a gem. 180 central scouting. Definitely will take a chance on him. Like, why not? Even this guy here in the 3rd round. Semyonov, Russian. Nickel, probably can't get it. So he's low top 6. Honestly, not even really worth it. Let's see. Any guaranteed medium elite's going to go late for us. Actually, Pastula here. Guaranteed. He'll be like a late 2nd. And right behind him, too, this other Finnish guy, defenseman. Our Finnish scouts are going off. German goalie. He's going to be like a 7th round pick. Wow, that's awesome. And look at this, guys. We've actually got 5 players here who are all, you know, could be medium late. They got 2 bars. They're going to go 200 or later. The first 3 are goalies. The other 2 aren't. I mean, if these guys are all like 7th round picks, might as well, you know, try and take a chance on them. And look at this. Dominic Havlat, guaranteed low top 6. He's going to be like last pick of the draft. Our scouts did a lot better job this year than they have in, you know, years past. And I should mention too, the draft class quality, prospect quality, still low. Next season will be the first one I turn it up to medium. Guaranteed high starter goalie there, but late 1st round pick. We don't have a first, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to grab him. All right, guys. Now, next year, trying to make a big-time trade with the Montreal Canadiens. Obviously, a divisional rival, but they have Patrick Kane on the block. It's kind of funny. I was looking at him and Crosby last summer. He's 87 overall. He just put up a ton of points. He always sims well, even at his older age. I think because he's older, we can get him pretty cheap here. He's the playmaker, I think, that could be perfect for Laxo until Mikhnov, you know, grows in rating, offering up Swayman. 85 overall goalie, but he, you know, is a decent goalie. They actually want Swayman. I was looking at it. Their goaltending's not too great. If they're paying Swayman a bunch of money and he's not putting up good numbers, honestly, it's kind of an advantage for us being in our division. So I'm looking at this 1-for-1. I think this is going to happen. And yeah, Canadians say yes. Hopefully that works out for us. And now next year, guys, we're trying to make a trade the Tampa Bay Lightning to get their late 2nd round pick. Offering up Lennon was our backup this year. I'm just not satisfied with the goaltending at all. So trading both of them away. Zether here as well. 2173 high top 9. Decent prospect. Now the one thing that does suck, like Lennon and sign for the next 4 years at $1 million, which is pretty cheap. But I think Pelche will grow enough. He can be the NHL backup this season. And then we just got to get like a cheap starter. And if we get this pick, we're getting a guaranteed medium elite. Tampa Bay said yes, so hopefully I don't regret that. And so I just entered our pick here, guys. I always took a medium starter goalie. I'll quickly go through the 2nd round. A little elite there to the Flames. I'm just curious if anyone got like a steal. Essler here, 67 high starter goalie. by the LA Kings, you know, mid-second round. That's actually very good value. Same with Philly there. Early second high starter goalie. I did see Landon Dupont going first overall. It's 79 out of the draft, which is a lot higher than he usually is. So that's good to see. Sabra into the Sens, 83 medium elite. Obviously, they're a team in turmoil, so good to see them getting that. And it looks like, yeah, top 7 picks there were all medium elite. Even the Bruins got one at 10. Okay, so yeah, pretty solid draft, I would say, for, again, it being on low. The Arizona Coyotes actually get a medium elite goalie, 72 overall. 25th pick in the first round. Boston Bruins got one too. So the Boston Bruins got a medium elite goalie and a medium elite skater, both in the first. Really good work from them, from having like a 10th pick and a late 20 pick. But next year, guys, I think we're going to shock them all. We're going to take Pastula here a little bit early. Want to make sure, though, we get him. Guaranteed medium elite player. Only 56 overall. He's also a grinder, but hopefully he's like a future, you know, third liner for us. If nothing else, just like an amazing fourth liner. And just in our next pick here, guys, 85th overall. So I'm thinking we'll take Semenov. He's the low elite gem Russian defenseman, offensive, NHLTA. They're thinking 2 years. And then hopefully with our next pick, I think it's only 4 picks later. So we should be able to get Mietin in here with our next third round pick. I didn't actually think he's going to be that low ranked. So Alexei Semenov here, come on. 64 overall, low top 4. I mean, that actually kind of hurts. I really needed him to be low elite. Luckily, though, next pick's 89. Mietin is still there, so he'll make up for that one. I figured we had the picks, might as well take a chance. Hopefully, he's a bit higher rated. And 53 overall, so definitely, you know, still on the low side. Defensive defenseman, but again, we got medium elite in the late second round, late third round. We're pretty happy. And now next year, guys, I'm not sure if the Vegas Golden Knights will go for this. I'm offering up a medium backup goalie to jump up like 20 spots late in the draft from a 6th to a 5th. They said yes. Okay, so that actually worked out really good. Again, it seems to be a lot easier to move up in the draft than drop back. I'm not exactly sure. So next year, guys, we're picking in the 5th round. It's actually second last pick in the 5th. I was looking at that guy who's a gem, who we have, you know, no idea anything about him, but hopefully our scouts are right. So Emilio Eddy, somehow he's a gem, even though we don't know his potential. And 51 overall, low elite grinder. Okay, he could be like part of that future fourth line with the medium elite guy we got. I actually like that pick quite a bit. Now, I was looking at the draft class, guys. I might be making a bunch of trades here for 7th rounders. I still have all these guys pinned here who I want, just because, I mean, the medium elite German goalie we definitely need, even though guaranteed low top 6 guy, but so many players there that could be medium elites. Even though I know a lot of them won't be, if we take them all, I feel like at least maybe one will be, in which case it's definitely worth like the 7th round picks. Alright guys, so first you're trying to get a couple 7ths from the Kraken. Offering up 2 future 7ths, 2031. We'll see what they say. Trades accepted. Okay, so we got 2. I think I need 8 7th round picks. Give me the most picks I've ever made in the 7th round, but apparently our scouts were, you know, eyeing a bunch of late round gems, so we got some work to do here. Alright guys, next year trying to make a trade the Devils. Offering up my 7th next year. Signing rights to Hervinen, who's medium top 9, but he's about to be done growing. He's 25. Plus Bertuzzo for their 6th and 7th round picks. They say yes. Okay, so we're halfway there. And now next year, guys, trying to get a couple 7th round picks to the Red Wings. Offering up 2 pretty bad prospects. Low top 9, medium 7th D, plus a future 5th. Red Wings say yes. We need 2 more 7ths now. And now with the Avs, guys, I'm trying to get a 6th and 7th round pick this year for 2 future 7ths, plus a signing rights to Josh Manson. And the Avs say yes. Okay, so we got 2 6th round picks and 6 7th round picks. Should really get all the guys I have pinned, which, again, I've never had this many guys pinned this late. So hopefully it works out for us. Hopefully, like I said, if at least one of them ends up being a steal, I think it was worth it. We really didn't have to give up too much. So just got to make sure we go by essential scouting. I think the goalie here, Sturm's actually the next highest ranked, which is good because he's the guaranteed medium elite goalie. So let's make sure we don't miss out on him. 53 overall to the draft isn't bad at all. And again, getting him late 6th round. We actually could have even waited to get him a little bit later. That's still, though, so good. So we got 3 medium elites in this draft. See if we can get one more here, especially if we get one this late would be pretty incredible. I guess next up's going to be Nicolishin, Sergei Nicolishin. And 48 overall, medium fringe goalie, okay. In the 7th round now, the next highest ranked guy, I think, is this Russian goalie, Vasanov. And he's also medium fringe, okay. So, I mean, medium fringe probably has about the value of a 7th round pick, maybe just under, but I mean, obviously, miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I'm a big believer in that. I think next year we'll take the goalie from Swift Current Broncos. Please be better than medium fringe. He's also a medium fringe. Oh my goodness, we're going to have so many extra goalies here, but we can probably just make them, you know, cherry on tops in terms of trades. Next up here, we got the center from Owen Sound. Maybe he'll, he can't be a medium fringe, but he is a medium bomb 6. So far, none of these guys have hit. Maybe I'm learning a lesson here. At this point, I guess we're taking Havlat, who is guaranteed low top 6. So at least we get him 50 overall. After that, guys, next pick here, I guess, will be Frolov. Could be medium top 4. And he's a medium 7th. Oh my goodness. So aside from the guaranteed low top 6, every single one of these 7th rounders was a miss. But like I said, I'm learning something. David Brody, please. Be like even a medium top 6 defenseman. He's a medium 7th. Wow, yeah. So even though they all showed they could be medium elite, like 2 of 4 bars, none of them were even, like, honestly worth signing. So now I know. We want at least 3 bars, I think, to make a trade and move up on them. If they are projected to go this late in the draft. Kind of funny, all those picks, and yeah, most of them aren't even going to get signed. Alright guys, we're at the re-sign phase here with a little over 28 million in cap space. As you can see, all of our top players are under contract, so should actually be able to be a pretty big spender in free agency. I feel like Sid the Kid might as well bring back. Again, considering how well he's performed there, over a point per game when we brought him in, it doesn't make sense not to at that price. Marchessault, though, I am going to let go of. I think Yarncroc, too, is down to 81 now. And Matthew Nyes maybe gets third line ice time this year. We'll do it forwards first, just kind of easier to get an idea with positions. McLeod, I mean, I think he's a good 4th line center. If he says yes to like 1.5, fills out that role. Abruzzese, I mean, he's 28 now. I probably don't need him in the Marlies anymore. We got a lot of good players there. Like Ovchinnikov here, for instance, 24, still growing. Noah Gregor has been the captain the whole time, though, so maybe I'll bring him back just for that. And now Mignov here is finally getting his first contract, 76 medium elite. Again, hopefully he grows in the summer. Like, if he grows enough, could actually make the NHL team. And now looking at our defense here, guys, losing Doughty definitely hurts. Also, too, not bringing back Manson. Niemela maybe finally makes the team. Like, offensive defenseman. I'd like better defense awareness from him. Even physical, too. He's kind of looking like an AHL star, like, good skater. But I don't know if he has a defensive game to be like a bottom pairing guy for us. And Ryan Merkley here, done growing, low 7D potential. All of a sudden wants 1.2, so just going to let him go. And then in terms of the goaltenders here, McInerney's been an amazing AHL goalie, but he wants 1.2 now, so he wants to get paid. I guess we're letting him go. I think Hildeby's probably the AHL starter, Liv AHL backup. I assume Pelche grows to at least an 80, in which case he's being the NHL backup. Hildeby, they're actually asking for a very fair contract. He'll take league min for 3 years. That'd be awesome. Still, though, clearly need an NHL starter. And there we go, guys. The Cloud actually said yes. Here's 1.5 to be our 4th line center. Crosby, too, is coming back. Gregor, too much depth. I could give him a bit more money. Hildeby said yes, too. If he grows at all, I think that'll be a really good contract. And honestly, the rest of this is all just AHL. All right, guys, now the first day of free agency. Hopefully some big names available. We had that money to spend. Nikita Kucherov. I mean, he'd be pretty nuts. 34 years old. Take a look here. You got Veleno, Zaka, Oliver Wahlstrom. Rasmussen, 88 overall, only wants 5.2. Power forward there. Honestly, interesting player to go after. Ryan Strome, Owen Tippett. Ward is a RFA there, so we could qualify him. Get the guy that was meant to be on our team. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty funny. John Marino there is the best defenseman available. We could use a D-man. Defensive defenseman, 8 points, plus 4 there with the Devils. 91 D-awareness, 91 shot block, 92 stick check. Would be, I think, really good on the second pairing with Jacob Chychrun. So definitely gonna look at him. I think, you know, we got some options here. Noah Hannafin, $4 million for 85. That's actually also a very good contract. Like Nikishin, there's 85. He wants $8 million. So we don't really need the offense. We got Riley. Even Chychrun can't do that. In terms of starting goaltenders, could pay $9 million for Jake Andre, but doesn't really make a ton of sense in my mind. These two guys are both RFAs. So looks like, I mean, Tristan Lennox, 24.84. Somehow is a UFA at 24. I don't quite understand that one, but he had a 9.2 save percentage last year. That was in the NHL. Now, he was a backup. He had a 9.13 the year before that, but, I mean, could make him the starter. I feel like at that price, definitely worth the risk. Vejmelka there as well. We could go for if we want a veteran, just under 900. Honestly, I'm thinking Lennox still has some years to grow there. Let's see. 3 years, he actually gets cheaper. 4 years, it's around the same price. Let's offer 2.5, because that's more than he's asking for on the 2-year, I believe, right? Yeah, 2.5 for 4, maybe 2.6, make it worth his time. Hopefully he says yes and ends up being a solid goalie for us. Take a look at the two-way goalies here. You got a high fringe starter in Klang. I think we're actually getting goalie now, though, because we still have 3 guys signed. Now, I do definitely want John Marino, so he wants 4 years. I'll offer 6.5, and we offered Lennox basically, like, what, 2.5, so still have, that's $9 million. We still have $15 million, so we could go after Kucherov. Now we might potentially need one more D-man. Hannafin also wants a 4-year deal. Calgary there is interested. Okay, I mean, he'd probably be playing bottom pair for us. My only concern would be he'd be playing bottom pair for us, so he might end up dropping a rating anyways, so maybe we could go for somebody cheaper who's almost as good. honestly, there's like nobody here. Like Evans is an 83, wants 7. Struble 83 wants 6.5. The money for Hannafin makes the most sense by far. Let's try 4.25 there for 4. If we get him, I think our defense all of a sudden is rounded out quite nicely. And now right here, guys, I'm actually making a trade to Coyotes, offering my 3rd round pick in a couple years for 3rd rounder next year, just so we can make the offer sheet on Ward. I offered up one of my medium fringe goalies as well. That apparently was not enough. I mean, I guess I could throw in like a 6th here too. That seemed like a lot. Obviously, we could go after Kucherov too, just I don't think we'll have the money if we do get the 2 defensemen, whereas Ward I know we will have enough for. Also, too, Kucherov's price could come down 12 million bucks. We'll see. So, 2 years. I'm thinking 4 years he gets cheaper. So, we'll do 4 years at like 7.7. I think that is the max for a 1st and a 3rd. I was just looking at it. Yeah, 7.7 there. 1st and a 3rd. I think that's good value there on 86 playmaker. Again, probably playing with Laxo and I guess Patrick Kane, honestly, on that 2nd line. And actually, guys, I almost forgot, but I should check 2A players here in case there's anybody really good available. Vorobayev, 1959. I mean, for free, might as well make an offer on this dude. Also, Barclay Goodrow here, 4th liner, 81 overall, wants $1 million bucks. Grinder is kind of the perfect player I've been looking for. I don't really know. He's asking for 2A. I'll offer him exactly what he's asking for and see what he says. Also, too, guys, I'm making an offer on Will Cooley here, 25.79, high top 9, just because I'm a Spitz fan. Actually, I didn't realize it was an RFA still. But you know what? We do need defense. So we'll take a look here. Otto Vine's available, 24.78, high top 6. He makes a lot of sense to try and get, even if just for right now for the AHL team. Then Jack Bodine, 21.73, medium top 6. That's pretty decent. I think he could turn into a player. Meantime, he's like bottom pair guy in the AHL, but you never know. Could eventually make the NHL team as well. All right, guys, so Lennox said yes. He's our new starting goaltender, I think. Obviously, saving $5 million bucks at that position is a big help for us. I think he's only 1 overall below what Swayman dropped to. Still waiting to hear back from some of the defensemen. Hannafin said yes. Marino, too. So our defense just got a whole lot better. Barclay Goodrow, though, said no. Wanted to go with the Devils, who are a franchise in turmoil, so I don't know why he chose them over us. Ward accepted as of now. Vorobayev there, we just one of the 2A guys. Will Cooley decided to just re-sign with the Rangers. That's fine. The defenseman just made an offer on, said yes. He had Otto Vinen. So I think the AHLD is also now secured. Washington Capitals not willing to match. So Dorian Ward, the guy we were supposed to have, is now on the team. Cost us a 1st and a 3rd. I'll take that. And so I'm looking at the roster now, guys, and honestly, I think our team is set. And we still have $7.2 million in cap space, so we can definitely, make a splash at the deadline if we are competing. Because I'll look right now, yeah, Ryan Strome, we don't really have any forward spots open, so I think we just have, extra money here. Again, could have went after Kucherov, but I think, getting a younger player to build with makes more sense long term. Now, Jake Onger is still there, but we do have to pay Laxo after this season, so he'll probably be taking that full $7 million, if not more, jumping from entry level to, honestly, he might even ask for like $10 million bucks. All right, guys, so let's start next season. I feel like the team is looking pretty stacked. Maybe year 5 is the year we finally get that elusive Stanley Cup. So 1st line, I'm going top heavy, which means we're actually going Laxo there, 1st line left wing, 94 overall now, with a 96 Matthews and a 94 Marner. I don't know if I've ever had a 1st line this good. With the +5, they're all 99 or better. It's just ridiculous. Even the 2nd line, you got Patty Kane, 86. He plays like a 90+. Crosby, 83. Also plays like a 90+, and then William Nylander there is a 91. Ward's on the 3rd line, playing with Tavares and Fraser Minton. We actually could get +5 on the 2nd with Tavares there, but I was looking at it. Crosby produces way more. Last year, it's 74. The year before that, 78. 83 the season before that. I think Tavares here has been like in the 60s, so if Crosby's putting up more points, I think it just makes sense to get more ice time. 4th line here, I've actually got Isaiah Reimer making the team. 80 overall now at 20 years old. Was just drafted 4th round 2025. 89 D awareness. The physical stats not that great, but I feel like he's got the defensive awareness. McLeod's kind of got everything, and then Matthew Nyes there has the physical, and that's kind of what we're going for with that 4th line. Defensively here, Riley Pesci, we're trying to get on the top pair. We got Marino and Chickard on the 2nd, getting a +4. And then Hanif and Jaracek somehow get a -2. I don't really understand that. They're both, 2-way defensemen. But I see that Adam Jaracek does have 2 X's there in terms of the line fit, so that's probably what it is. Luckily, he's got the in-reverse X factor, same with Hanifin, so we got 2 guys who are going to be just, buzzing back there in terms of catching up to other forwards. Hanifin's actually also got wheels, 91 skating, so we'll see how this works out. It should be decent. Goaltending wise, obviously, Lennox is now our starter, 24 years old. I feel like we should get pretty decent numbers from him. And then Pelche actually backing him up is now at 81. High starter potential, could be the future starter and actually take Lennox's job. AHL wise, Hildeby's getting the starting role now with Liv backing him up, who's gone to a 76. You look at the Lions here, Voigt's still there. I think next year he gets called up, especially if, one of Crosby, Tavares, Kane retire. Honestly, all three could. Mikinov's now at 78 there with immediately potential. Stujov in the top 6. Gustin's our third line center now, 80 overall. Easton Cowan should probably make the NHL team pretty soon. Defensively, Otavainen and Bears the top pair. I mean, you look at this AHL defense, I think they could also potentially be going on a Calder Cup run this year. So, very optimistic for both teams. Hopefully, we get a bit better playoff sim luck in the next episode. Obviously, this year was not that great in terms of the ratings here, guys, for the NHL team. We've got 100 offense, 96 defense, 82 goaltending heading into next season. So, we'll see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.